Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and with this video I'm going to be responding to a comment question I got from YouTube user Andrew Elliott on a recent video, who was basically asking me a two-part question to do with Star Trek and the Star Trek franchise overall. The first part of the question from Andrew was, are you a Star Trek fan? And quite frankly, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you probably know the answer to that, but I know you're a newer subscriber, Andrew, so you probably aren't up on it. But yes, absolutely, I am a lifelong Star Trek fan. Basically, I grew up with Star Trek. The original series was my dad's favorite. That's what he grew up on, and it's very much what, was passed down to me. The interest I had in Star Trek was kind of loosely born between the original series and the Next Generation. But it's the original series that would come, later on to be my favorite, as well as Enterprise and Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, all of the films and everything, even the Abrams films I really enjoy and stuff like that, for all of their faults, and all of the things that, most people complain about. I've even had my own share of complaints, not only about the Abrams films, but some of the, next-gen cast films, as well as the original cast films, and quite frankly, the closest to perfection in the filmography you can get is probably Wrath of Khan, and even that film has certain aspects of it that aren't exactly pitch perfect. Sacrilegious, I know. But yes, I am a lifelong Star Trek fan, and to tackle your other question, basically, which was, where do I see the future of the Star Trek franchise as it pertains to Paramount going? What direction is it going, and that kind of thing? It's a question that is a very good question, and it's one that I've often pondered myself, and I'm definitely not an authority on it. I have no idea. I can only make guesses, that kind of thing. But basically, as of the time of this recording, it was only days ago that a news article came out saying Zachary Quinto, who plays the current incarnation of the, young Spock in the Abrams films, formerly Abrams films, now that Abrams is off doing Star Wars, but he had basically said within 6 months they are going to be filming the third of the Abrams-verse Star Trek films, and it's tentatively going to be led by Roberto Orci, who was one of the co-writers of the previous two films and such like that, and other films, that have come out and been big hits and stuff. And I am somewhat apprehensive about that aspect of it, because Orci is not somebody who has any sort of directing background, and he hasn't really done anything before, so I'm really fearful that he may be, inept to the task. But my fingers are crossed that I'll be proven wrong, and we'll get another Rock'em Sock'em movie set within the Star Trek, the new Star Trek universe, if you will. And I can only guess, really, what is going to be coming beyond that. I mean, if, this movie fails, I could see Paramount wanting to bed Star Trek again for a time, put it to bed, that is to say, and kind of stop all projects relating to it, because you have to keep in mind, after Into Darkness came out, a lot of people were really up in arms about Benedict Cumberbatch's character being revealed as Khan and stuff like that, and other aspects of the film, and so people might not go rushing to spend their money on a third Star Trek film, number one, not having been pleased with the last two, or at least the last of them, as well as the fact that the director, the guy helming the project, is somebody very inexperienced as far as direction goes. So I don't know what to think. I'm really hopeful that I'll be proven wrong at those guesses, and that the third movie will be a blockbuster, will continue the success, and will hopefully lead Paramount to think about putting Star Trek on television again, which is the thing I want the most, because I feel like you can get a lot more explorative storytelling. You don't always have to have a movie dealing with the world or the galaxy in jeopardy. You can tell much more explorative stories about ideas and about humanity and people and our interactions with other cultures and all these different things, societal commentary, governmental commentary, financial commentary. All of these things are applicable if you're not confined to one 90-minute or 120-minute film. So that's what I'm hoping for as far as the future of the Star Trek franchise goes. But it's really anyone's guess, and I can only sort of, poke my hands around in the dark to say that might be how it goes, maybe not. I don't really know. But that is my hope, that we will have a long-lasting future for Star Trek in many varied incarnations. I mean, we have comics, we have novelizations, we have films, we have TV series, hopefully coming in the future, and I think there is a wellspring of things that you can still do with Star Trek, even after it's been around so many years. Look at Doctor Who, 50 years and still going strong. I think we could have the same sort of, framework for Star Trek that is just ready-made to tell more stories. So otherwise, I hope that answers your questions, Andrew. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below if it does, or if you have any further questions you'd like me to tackle in a future video. Otherwise, I hope this video finds you well, and I'll catch you all later.